It's like an Austin Powers movie. Hi everyone, it's Grizz. I'm in the garage. Time to get on and do some work on the Punisher. Lots of work to do today. Let me show you what I've got in store for old Punny. Let's get on with it. Let's have a look. Right, if this is the first video you've tuned into of my StreetFighter, it's the Punisher build. It's a 1994 CBR900. That's the frame and engine. Lots of other bits and pieces on it. I'll go through more detail with you of this bike as we go along. It's looking a little bit ugly at the moment because I don't like things like this headlight. It's just absolutely hideous. I don't know who thought of putting that on, but it wasn't my original idea. But the original headlight I had on this bike was a twin headlight setup, and I just so happen to have one of those in the garage here ready to go. So that's going to go on. I'm going to do that. Yeah, the Punisher. I mean, things like these stickers are absolutely still in brilliant condition. It's a bit too bright, this light, so it's not really showing the proper colour. It's a real, and the colour on this camera doesn't actually show it, but it's real dark blood colour. Yeah, very hard for this camera to pick it up. But anyway, other things that have changed. This all used to be matte black. I'm going to paint that back matte black because I think it just looks a bit silly. It's a bit too much, isn't it? It's quite a blinged up bike, and I don't really think it needs a gloss black. So that's going to go back to matte black along with the seat. Other things, let me take you through the things that I have here for it. I've got from our lovely sponsors, Fuchs, Silkaline, oil. So I'm going to do an oil change. I'll do a full service on the bike. I need to get some spark plugs. Let me move my cup of tea out of the way. Spark plugs, oil filter, that'll get done. I'll have a look at the air filter. The chain needs cleaning up, so I've got a lovely bit of chain and brake cleaner and some Pro Chain oil for oiling up the chain. Pro Prep and wash off. This stuff is great. I recently prepared the Hayabusa, which I've now got up for sale. That is on eBay. Check that out. That has got all kinds of lovely things on it. Carbon fiber tail, carbon fiber infills, front fairing, full Akaprovic exhaust. The full build series is on the channel. Lots and lots of goodies on that. But I used the Fuchs Silkaline wash off stuff. It was really good, along with the Pro Prep and the Pro Chain Cleaner and Brake Cleaner, and that did a spiffing job. I'm going to chuck a few clips in there of the vid of me cleaning with these bits. Super quick and easy. Let me just show you that shortly. So yeah, there we go. That is how I used the wash off stuff by Fuchs, the chain cleaner and oil. And I didn't show in the video, but I also use Pro Prep, which really does put a super finish on the bike and makes it look like new. So that is Fuchs stuff, guys. I know I'm kind of sponsored and been given this, loads of this stuff by Fuchs, but I'm genuinely recommending this stuff. It's good stuff. So yeah, please check out Fuchs. Anyway, back to the Punisher, back to the build. I need to get it road legal, so I've got all these things because this isn't road legal. What else? The brakes need bleeding and just a good checking over. The overall condition of this bike is just so much better than I thought it would be after 10 years. My overall feeling is that it's not covered many miles at all, and it's not seen really much abuse or use. All the black paint which was on the engine has fell off. That's not very cool. The exhaust used to be black as well. Now it's like not black. So anyway, I need to get this all nice and legal and safe and all working, and kind of, I'm not going to worry too much about the visuals. I just want to get it safe and legal for its MOT. So back over to here, twin headlights. These are what I bought, sorry, for the BMW build, which is just over here. But this is going to be my donor for now. So pair of twin headlights. Aero indicators from R&G. Thank you guys for sorting out those. They are road legal indicators. Alright, the R&G ones. And the projector headlight beams are also road legal. So that's good. Yeah, there's all the resistors and things and bits and pieces. I've got a new set of clocks for the Punisher as well, because the one that is on here is completely broke and of no use anymore, so I need to replace the clocks. I also bought some mounting brackets to get the headlights on the front forks, so we'll see how we get on with those. Those were actually very cheap off of Amazon. What else needs to be done? Oh, I've got the seat foam here. This stuff I'm not 100% confident in. I'll talk to you more about that in a bit. It seems quite thick and very dense, but from a standpoint of commuting every day in the wet, it doesn't seem very absorbent for water, so it might be a good move. We'll see. What else needs doing? I need to just give it a general cleanup, although it is actually quite clean. And bleed the brakes. They definitely need bleeding out. What else? Adjust the suspension, because at the moment this bike is just super soft. And yeah, give it a service. I mean, other things like the paint and stuff, that's just going to have to wait for now. But I just want it nice and safe, ready for use, road legal, so I can get an MOT on it and start commuting on it. And yeah, start enjoying the bike that I actually never ever got to enjoy. Never really got to ride it much at all. I rode it a handful of times and sold it, a bit like the Hayabusa. So yeah, it's all a bit kind of sour grapes, but first and foremost, I'm really happy that I've got back the Punisher. So let's crack on. I've already started messing around with the Punisher because I was growing impatient. I've been on holiday all week with Taffy, so I don't want to spend a lot of time out here. This looks like super pink. It's not pink, it's blood red. But anyway, yeah, I was wanting to come out all week and get some work done, but I've just put it off and spent lots of time with Taffy. But it's the weekend and it's time to get some work done because it's just pouring with rain, non-stop flipping rain. That's a VFR, someone pointed out in the video. Yeah, it's a VFR, previous video, sorry. That is a VFR 750 rear swing arm, single-sided swing arm, Back in the day when it was really cool and trendy to put single-sided swing arms on fire blades. Anyway, it's a bit of a flash from the past, this bike, as is Grizz really. So it's just about right, isn't it? Anyway, let's get on with it. Let's do some work. So let's kind of tackle the thing which is most needs changing first, which is this headlight, and let's get on this bad boy and see how much better it's gonna look. And we got it all fitted up. Now I've already played around with this a little bit, so I'm just gonna whip the mask off. I say whip it off. The wiring's still all attached, so I do need something to protect the front mud guard. Let's put that on. Right, let's get this off. It's gonna come off real quick because I've already started to take this off. And I put it back on for the video because I didn't want to look like I've jumped ahead too much, but I have jumped ahead a bit. Anyway, ta-da! And clocks I've already kind of loosened off. So now I need to basically have a look and see what someone's done here. The wiring of all this is just flipping rubbish. It needs sorting out. As I said, loads of dodgy electrical work. I've always tried to make a clean job of it myself in the past, but this has been through a lot of hands. Can you believe it? When I bought it, it had I think it was something like 17 previous owners. So yeah, I don't like these kind of connectors, but they're there. They are what they are, aren't they? So that's indicators. So that's the right side off, and that is the left side off. Right, I've just put a bit of masking tape on the ends there and just put like left indicator, right indicator, and I'm going to do that as I go through the wires here. I'm just going to take off all this flipping insulation tape and see what kind of wiring crime I've got going on inside here. Doesn't look very good. You see what it is yet? Oh my god, that's dangerous. That's so dodgy. That is sketchy as hell. Look at that. Can you see that? Can you see this? Yeah, well dodgy. This is not how you do it. This is what happens, guys. I've seen this so many times before buying kind of old second-hand bikes. People just get so bodgy with the electrics. But look, they've like taken the original connector and just wedged, like they've taken one of these like normal pins, electrical connectors, and just cut one of the prongs off and then stuck the prong into that connector. Yeah, you gotta be so careful, guys. Could short out your electrics, cause so many problems. The only good thing with these bikes, the order bikes, is they're not so sensitive electrics wise. Not as sensitive as some of these newer bikes. So yeah, it won't cause you immediate problems, but that's not good. This is my original work, putting these connectors on, which I had onto the projector headlights, which was on the Ducati, from the Ducati 999. And yeah, they've just bodged this in there. Look, let's have a look. Does it come out? Bodge. Super bodge. Sorry you ever done that, but that is rubbish. I don't like criticising other people's workmanship, but that is borderline dangerous. Right, that is the headlight off and all the bits down here. Yeah, that's all that removed. Clocks kind of removed. I need to remove the sensor. It's just one of those cheapo kind of set of clocks which runs off a sensor on the front wheel. But I've got to trace back now the wiring on the Speedo. I've sorted out the indicators right and left. I've got main beam and full beam kind of light sorted, but I'm missing the side light, which I'm going to need. So I need to trace that wiring somewhere. I'm just going to give this front end a little bit of a wipe down, but it's pretty clean. It's pretty flipping clean, really. Surprised how clean this bike is, considering how long since I've seen it. Anyway, I'm just going to give it a wipe down, and then I'm going to have a little bit more of a play with the wiring. Right, so that's that all kind of cleaned up, not looking so bad now. Let me see. Gosh, yeah, it's looking a bit better. I'm not looking for spotless. I'm not looking for this bike to be like immaculate and like how it was when I finished it 10 years ago. But I want it all kind of functional. So I'm going to check some more now for this missing side light, and also remove the clocks, the old flipping broken clocks. Let's get these removed, see how we managed to do it. Let's have a look. Right, I'm actually gonna need to take the tank off and get to the wiring, the rest of the wiring from inside the bike. But more so, what I want to find is just that side light, but I don't know where the side light's gone. I'll have to look at an old wiring diagram and see if I can trace that. But I'm not going to go ahead and take off the tank just yet and sort out that speedo just yet. What I want to do right now is get these bad boys on. Let's see if we can get these put up, or kind of married up onto the front end, see if these mounting brackets are going to work. Let's have a look at that. Let's get them on. Thanks, RNG. Right, headlights. First off, I'm going to paint this bracket here, this big old bracket. I'll paint that black so it won't look so kind of out of place on the bike. At the moment it just looks a bit weird. I'm not worried about colours right now and finishes. Right now I just want it together and sorted. We can take it apart and paint it after. So let's just suss out where we're going to fit it. Now I want it kind of, I don't know, halfway in between these two clamps. So kind of there-ish, I guess, more or less. So I need to fit one clamp at the top here and another clamp down the bottom there. So let's get these clamps on. Now these clamps, I bought 4 of these clamps, 2 different sizes. I need a bigger one for the bottom and a smaller one for the top. They're cheapo things off of Amazon. Now from a fitting standpoint, let me show you closer on the fork how they fit up. Right, now here we go. I've just slipped one on quickly to show you there's an issue. So this lower clamp is too big basically for the lower of the fork, although it's a big old fork. I think this lower one was something like 2-inch. I think they called it a 2-inch bracket clamp, whatever it was, on Amazon. I'll put a link up for that on my Amazon store and you can have a look at it. And this is the upper one, which actually fits quite well, and I can just that will fit no problem. For aid of fitting, they include in the kit some of this foam. Now that will be fine for doing the upper one. As I say, on the lower one it's way too baggy, way too loose. So I need to take some of that slack out of it. I just took these off of the original headlight, well the headlight that was on it, that I just took off. Now these will work nicely as a nice big fat spacer to go underneath or behind this to fill out the gap hopefully. All I need to do is just cut off this big old wedge and it might be fine even just like that, and maybe I can leave that little bit of extra nubbin material poking out Maybe I won't actually. I might have to remove that as well. We'll see. But I'm going to have a play with this and see if I can fix the problem of it being so loose on the bottom of the fork there. So let me get the brackets on. Let's get them kind of fitted up and see if I can sort that out. Right, so now you join me as I've been having a lot of jiggery pokery with this flipping these brackets. They're a bit of a headache really because they don't tighten up as such. Basically that circumference that you have there, that is it. So you basically, and this is too big for the bottom of the fork, this area, which I'm clamping onto, and using these bits of foam is just not thick enough. So I've been having to do a bit of experimenting, and I've been messing around a long time with these brackets, but I've got 1, 2, 3 on. Now I'm going to show you how I did the fourth. I've got a bit of rubber, got 2 bits of rubber actually. That is a piece of rubber which was off of the other mounting kit off the other headlights. That's a bit of rubber. It's actually an old battery. You have 2 metal bits either side, you stretch them out. That's like a battery strap. So basically I'm having to improvise and make up enough material so it sits inside that bracket, kind of like a bit like that, to make it bigger to fit into that, so that it actually grips hold of the fork and it's going to be secure. Now I've got this one, that one's secure on the bottom, these 2 are secure as well, so I'm just going to do this one. It looks a bit bodgy, it is a little bit bodgy really, to be honest. I could do with an actual bracket and kind of more so the strap, which is kind of adjustable, but I'm stuck with this. I'm going to make it work for now. I may go on to change this and make it a bit better again, but for the meantime it will get the headlight on, and that is my main objective. It'll be safe, it's not going to fall off or anything like that. So yeah, it'll do for now. So let me get this other one on. It's a bit messy, so excuse Grizz for his kind of bodgery, but let's have a look. Let me show you how I put these flipping things on. Right, so let's get these on. I'm going to use a little bit of electrical tape this time, because last time it was quite difficult to keep everything in the right location. Speaking of location, I now need to kind of guesstimate the same kind of area I want this on. It's real accurate science today in the garage. I'm probably going to come back and change this at some point. I will actually. Right, so one on, and that one there. Right, that tape on. It's not excellent. I totally must agree, that's not excellent, but it gets the job done. So anyway, clamp. Get the clamp on. I don't think that was really my most technical shining moment, but the clamp is on. All the clamps are on now. I can now get the headlight on and fix the headlight up. I strongly suspect I'm going to be coming back to this at some point, but well, I do have to, because I still have to sort out the electrics, but this will be coming back off and I'll have another stab at getting this a little bit cleaner of a job. Maybe a bit more like this one, and not take this tape off. But for the sake of getting this video finished, I'm just going to put this headlight on so you can see what it looks like. Let's get the headlight on, baby. Let's do it. Right, let's get these headlights on. Let's get them fitted. Bish bash bosh. Let's get it done. Right. Nice. So I don't think that looks too bad. So that is it. It's in place. The headlight and bracket all fits up, thank goodness. Got there eventually. It's not my most shining hour, I must admit, but at least it will get me on the road and an MOT. That bracket is sticking out like a sore thumb, but I will paint that at a later date. So yes, sorted. I'll just reverse it up a bit. There we go. Right, we're in shot. So headlights done, sorted. I've got to sort out the electrics, that's all got to be done, but that is the bracket in place. I'm happy with that. Headlights don't look bad, do they? I'm quite happy with that. Join me on the next one when we do some more work and hopefully get this beast ready for the road and its MOT. Thanks for watching, everyone. Catch you on the next one. Bye. Ow, me thumb.